everybody, this is Lee from Poplar Point Studio. I am doing an unboxing today. We are part of a program called the Proven Winner Certified Landscape Professionals Group, and that is a group of professional landscape designers, landscape architects, contractors, folks who are in the industry, in the horticultural and landscape industry all over the country, and there's about 12 or 15 of us right now. And they're sending some trial plants from some of the Proven Winner partner growers to us to try out. So I got this box about half an hour ago, and I'm super excited to see what's in it. This is like Christmas for plant people. And because they're shipped, I won't be surprised if there's a couple not in the tray pods where they're supposed to be. Yeah, so this is one of them. And then we'll just put them right back in the trays. I know these are wax begonias. I'm gonna just tuck these back where they're supposed to be. This is pretty typical. They get jostled around when they're shipping, but the plants are still healthy looking, so I'm happy with that. This is called a double up pink Begonia Semper Florens. There we go. And 8 to 18 inches tall. This is a sun to shade plant, and they're an annual where we are because they're not hardy enough in our zone, but they're going to be great here for containers or like a bedding arrangement that we might do. So that's what this guy is. Europsis Pectinanthus. Yeah, this is the fun part, is even though we speak English, all the plant names. It's in a daisy-ish family, but I don't know exactly. So this guy, we're going to learn a little bit about it. This is how I learn about plants, is reading the plant tags. 10 to 14 inches tall, full to part sun. They typically, Proven Winners will color coordinate the color of the plant tag based on if it's full sun or partial sun or fully shade. So that's helpful to look at. And then there's tons of information on the back of the plant tags with information about what their habit is, what the spacing needs to be, what the plant zone is, when to fertilize it, their watering and the light conditions, and some of the features like these guys don't need deadheading, that kind of thing is on the back. So that's pretty cool. I'm pretty impressed, actually. These are really nice, healthy plugs. I'm not worried about the kind of the look not being perfect, because what I'm looking for is really healthy plant material. All of these roots are really white and fibrous. They are not rotted. They're not dark brown and squishy. Like, those are really healthy, and they're not totally wrapped up around each other and super tight. So these are very healthy plants, even if they're a little bit dirty, which I'm totally fine with, because that's the more important thing. And the nice thing about gardeners is we typically look at a plant and say, we know what you are going to be. We believe in the potential of something rather than what something looks like today. Plant people are like the least judgy ever. And we have the most optimism about all things plant related because we know it'll look better. And these I will probably use in some annual plantings here. We're going to do some display beds here at the shop. Part of the benefit of doing trial plants is we get to see some of the plants a couple years before they're out to market and see how they do and give feedback about what we like and don't like and how they perform. Ooh, I know what this is just by looking at the leaves. This is a Lantana. There's two things that are telling me this about the plant. One is that they have a lot fuzzier rough on the back side of the leaf. This little dude is the beginning of a bloom, and it smells different. Like Lantana, like there's literally a different smell to this plant, and so they are perfect for sun, full sun. They don't need a ton of water. They're great for summer plantings, either along the border walkway of like a pool or along this, like a brick sidewalk, because they can handle some of the heat. These are actually tropical plants in more temperate climates than here. So we're in upstate New York, which is like zone 6. These die in the winter, they won't make it through, but if you are in someplace a lot more tropical and warm, these are a perennial that come back year after year, and they get to be huge. They're like a small bush. So I'm excited to use these because I know this family of plants really do well here in containers and can handle a lot of sun. They're really tough little plants. So this variety name, okay, so The other thing about Lantana is they like, because they also happen to be a hot, sort of more temperature, like they can handle the heat, they're also more hot colored in their blooms. They have nothing to do with each other, but it's easy for me to remember. Almost all Lantana typically are in that red, orange, yellow, like bright fuchsia. They're in the really bold colors, which tend to be in the sort of warm color family if you're trying to put a collection together. And this one is Luscious Royale Red Zone, which is almost fully red, just a little bit of tinges of some yellow in the early blooms, but this is a really red flower. So this is going to be a nice, like, low mounding carpet. The size for this is 12 to 26 inches. Hardy in zones 9 through 11B. We are so not that hardy here. Full sun, you do not need to deadhead, they're drought tolerant and they're heat tolerant. Yeah, these are great in containers, great in border and bed planting, so I'm excited to see those. It's cute that it comes already like with a little bloom. That's not typical. Mostly plugs and small plants are putting a lot of their energy into growing roots, so these guys had pretty solid root structure so they can have more blooms going. Ooh, this one's pretty. Okay, if I remember right, this is the Royal Velvet, I think. He's just a hot mess. We're gonna just dump and then get it cleaned up. This is Supertunia Royal Velvet. This is one of the most popular colors of flowers, no matter who the grower is. And this is also one of proven winners. Tried and true, kind of like an amazing plant that is in a lot of their combinations. It's just super tough. It's one of the greatest like summer plants, and it's super low maintenance. These guys have pretty small root systems, so it's not going to hurt them for me to put them in a little bit bigger size pot here soon. But very fibrous, very healthy looking. So this is what came in the box. I'm super excited to try these out. The reason that these are trial plants again is because these are not available at a local garden center. We're testing these out. We're part of a group that's experimenting to see if the breeding is kind of true to what their intent is, and if the blooms last as long as they're purported to be, or if the colors really stay true. So I'm excited to see how these perform. We will probably put some of these, we'll do like a little video putting some of these together in arrangements, because these two plants, the Lantana and the High Noon, will play well together. They like the same conditions, full sun, so, and the colors work really well. This guy, the Royal Velvet, I will probably do as part of more of a cool colors arrangement. And then the Begonias we may put in a ground planting just to see if I like how they're looking. So I'm not sure what we're going to do with these yet. I wasn't really sure what was coming in the box. So this is super exciting to try new plants out, and we'll give you an update throughout the summer how they're looking. Thanks for joining us, and hopefully you guys are doing well. We'll talk to you soon.